In quantum physics, this is a very far out consequence, but you can build a quantum science with understanding of this idea, discarnate beings. Because quantum physics shows that there are two kinds of memory. One kind of memory perishes with the brain, with the body, but there's another kind of brain, another kind of memory, which does not perish, does not reside in the brain. This is the memory of what we learn. This is the memory of stuff that we learn. For example, I learned the archetype of love. I learned to love. Will that memory with that pattern of habit disappear with my demise? Quantum physics says no, because it's coming from a modification of quantum mathematics, quantum laws that govern my brain, govern my mind. It's coming from that. And therefore, where is that modification? Laws are not existing in the physical, material world. Laws are beyond that, what we call a supramental or archetypal world. So, you see, it's part of that. And so, this modification, if that continues, so that in some future time that modification will be used by some other newborn baby, then that baby could be called my reincarnation. And so we can see that there are chains of people who are connected by this law of reincarnation. They will be privileged to use the same ongoing modifications of the quantum equation of movement of their brain and their mind and bodies correlate, dividal, etc. And so in between incarnations, we can readily imagine that there are these special people, namely the medium. They have their special privilege, special propensity, and their special propensity is that they can communicate, they can invite this character to leave them, this discarnate character to live within their self, take over, and they can put their own character in sort of sleep during that time, and then they become different. The evidence of it is obvious. There's so much evidence for it in Brazil. For example, so many medium could invoke the character of a surgeon and could perform surgery, which of course the medium just cannot do. And the verification is also wonderful. Gilda Moura, who is a Brazilian psychic researcher, she and Norman Don, an American, they found such a beautiful experiment. The medium was tested in his in this case, ordinary living, and the brainwave beta frequency was measured. It never exceeds from the 30s, like usually it's 30, 35 at most. But when they channel the surgeon, then their brainwave functionality immediately jumps to over 40 beta frequency. Over 40 beta frequency is extremely unusual. It's for the scientist, mathematician, for the surgeon, but not for ordinary people. So in this way they proved that people really develop extraordinary character, extraordinary abilities of habit under this when they take on the mediumship, when they're acting as intermediary between a discarnate entity and themselves.